Alright, so Nitara, she is a fun little character. Personally, the way I use her is a close-up 50-50 fast-playing fighter. So some of her best tools that I like to use is her back four. Her back four is actually really effective with my choice of cameo, Cyrax, because you can, since it knocks her on the ground, you can go into his ambush cameo and get a full combo out of it. Another really good tool she has is her back two. It's her overhead that you can kind of like, you know, bait in with this, and you can cancel into either a special or an air special, like one of her air dashes, and you can just get really good pressure out of what she does. Another tool she's got is a dive kick. Her dive kick I don't use as much as I see other Nitara players use. Like they'll use it into some of her like into this string and combo off of it like that. The timing's weird and I can never get it just right, so I don't really use this one this much, although it's a lot easier to do in the corner. Another really good tool she has for like chip out territory is 4-3-4. Very unsafe though. Yeah, -13. That's like really unsafe. Although what you can do is you can cancel it into the cameo to make it pretty safe. This is like a similar thing with Raiden syndrome. You do have to get the timing down right though to make it like proper, but yeah, you can make it a lot safer than it is, and it does good chip damage if you put that all together. Yeah, that's probably like what, 5% chip. She's got a really fast mid and forward 1-2, and the second hit's an overhead, so you can say like I was using Frost before I switched to Cyrax, and you can like bait that out into like her low freeze and get like a little bit of a mix-up going. The reason I mainly use back 4 and back 2 as my like mix-up options is because they're both unsafe, and Nitara has a lot of unsafe moves. Like unless you cancel this into an air dash, that's -20, and her pop-up is also -15. So I also like to steal turns with Cyrax with her, like with the sweep. Maybe just like go into back 4, pop this on, then maybe I can go for my overhead, because her overhead has really long distance, although slow on startup. Like I mean, once you got a cameo out, I mean, yeah, like you got plenty of time there to do your shenanigans. You could like walk in to like make them think you're gonna do another sweep and then just end up going for this, and then like I said, both of these you can get a full combo out of. Speaking of that, why don't we get into combos? So these combos I have all done myself, so there may be like more optimal stuff. This is just what I've come up with, so I'll go ahead and start with her most damaging combo I have with her, and that starts with her pop-up 1-2-1-2. And that does about 43%. So that's like a good punish right there. So if you get off that, that's the best thing I've found with Cyrax anyway. Another really good combo is off her back 2 overhead. So this is kind of what I was talking about on the aspect of she can get a lot just out of her overheads and lows. I mean, you can get a full combo. She's a very strong 50-50 character. Not actually, let me actually do the combo. Now, if you wait last second there, this is hella hard to do. I'll try to do it a few times, but if I can't do it, I'm just going to insert the clip. You can actually get a combo and follow up off of her just raw back forward too. Yeah, it's like if you can throw like a 3 and then back into this and then again go with Cyrax. So I'll just leave the clip there, you know. So that's with her overhead. You can pretty much do the same thing with her low. Nitara has a really good sweep because it's 2 hits. And it's a double low too. Like the second one isn't even a mid. One weird thing with this though, it will like kind of switch sides, so you can get kind of punished off that aspect. Okay, you see there, now I did the other side. Now the same thing with her, if you get the timing right, you can get something off of the raw back forward too. Her best anti-air tool is just straight up 4. If you anti-air with Nitara, you get such good damage. Like 50% off of an anti-air. That's like crazy. Nitara in the corner is pretty much the same as Nitara anywhere else. She's like one of those types of characters. I mean, you may get a little more out of the corner, but it's not gonna be much more. I mean, you're still working with your wanting to do your mix-ups, your pop-up whenever you can. It's the same difference because she has so much corner carry from the way she plays regardless. Like you're gonna get so much out of this character from that. One thing you can do with her in the corner though, and I believe this is like kind of like a corner only thing you can do with her, is her forward 4-3-4. You can use Cyrax with that and like kind of like get more than you would anywhere else. But 4-3-4, you just use Cyrax cameo. It will take him out of the corner most of the time. It's kind of the same thing where sometimes it won't, sometimes it will, but always you're doing similar stuff. Like that's like pretty much 40% full screen if they're in the corner, like because you'll always be catching people try to like jump or something out of the corner, or like maybe throw a projectile or something. If you just get them with that, I mean they're pretty much screwed. I catch people with this all the time, like especially if you're in a last second situation anyway, like say they are playing conservative but they've only got like fucking like say 10% health or something. This is a great way to chip them out, and you can still kind of continue with like your normal stuff because it's still going to be safe. Yeah, Nitara is a high maintenance but very good character if you can use her properly. I mean, I'm sure there's other cameo options you could use with her, but the game just came out, so you know, I mean, you never know what's really good with a character yet until you like go in and just lab with it. Like I hadn't seen much Cyrax Nitara stuff yet at all, so I was like, let me give it a shot. And you know, Cyrax is a really good character. I mean, off of like certain, I think Liu Kang's throw, or no, that's Kung Lao, you can like combo after Liu Kang's throw and get more damage in. And her back forward too, it just becomes so much more of a threat just because of Cyrax's ambush cameo. Like you can get a hit off that if you time it right. You just have to do it last second, like right as she's about to jump off, connect, and then you can 3 is her best like way to continue that because it pops her back up a little bit, and then you can just go into this again and get even more damage. There you go. And then you could just like kind of like get another sector in there. I did it a little too late that time, but you get the idea. For some reason though, I do find the timing to get a little bit easier just when you do it off her overhead. I don't know why, but the window seems a bit more open if you start with this overhead in a big combo and like go from there. Like if you do it from here, yeah, you see that was like first try. The timing seems a lot more doable if you do it that way into this, you know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge with Nitara. She's a really fun character. I mean, once you start getting into the groove with these like mix-ups back here, and even if they are blocking, I mean, just throw in a throw every now and then, it'll really shake them up. And just, it's basically high risk, high reward. But the thing with Nitara is, even on block, a lot of her stuff is safe, and you could still just like kind of go in with it unless you like overly commit. But you can still cancel out of all this stuff. I mean, she has so many tools, and I think just with the air dash movement, I think that we're going to see a lot of pro play with her. And once people get her like movement down and her tools down the most, I think she will be like one of the best characters in the game. Subscribe.